Hello and welcome to High Vibe Astrology. This is Jennifer, back with a video on the Pisces full moon for August 30th, 2023 at 9:36 p.m. Eastern Time. Full moons are about bringing the energies of the moon into completion, and the Pisces energy has to do with addictions, whether these are beliefs, behaviors, substances, or the habit of self-sacrifice. Pisces holds the energy of the martyr, and so wherever Pisces is in our chart, we might find ourselves falling into the habit of martyrizing ourselves or our energy for the sake of others around us. However, the high vibe of Pisces is understanding our connection to all of life around us. Pisces and Neptune represent the ocean. And of course, with water, when you join two droplets of water, they become one. They are bonded. So Pisces has to learn healthy boundaries because wherever Pisces is in our chart, we are picking up on the emotions of others around us automatically. And if we try to be that rock or that island for others, we may find ourselves drowning because the weight of others' emotions are going to pull us down, and everybody winds up drowning in that case. So in the low vibe, Pisces holds that energy of feeling lost at sea. There is no land that we can see. There is no clear goal in view. We just have to tread water, stay alive, keep our head above water, and wait for a sign from spirit. But Pisces is also about dreams, about tapping into our spiritual vision, the highest ideal. And in that connection, what I'm reminded of, in that analogy where two drops of water become one, and we understand that we are all part of the same ocean of consciousness. The high vibe of Pisces reminds us that there is no place where God consciousness is not. In other words, God consciousness, the divine realm, the divine creator, is in every particle of our being. It's within our DNA, within our cells, at the microscopic level. There is literally no place where God consciousness is not. And when we understand that, we don't have to look outside of ourselves to find guidance. Pisces and the Pisces energy is asking us to look within and to remember the power that we have when we align with divine consciousness. And I was also reminded, and feeling into the energy of this chart, I was also reminded of the movie The Princess Bride and how the main character's response to his love interest was, "As you wish." So I feel that with this Pisces full moon, we have to remember the power we have as creators. We are literally the mini-me's of God consciousness. And when we remember that divine consciousness resides within us and we align with that power, then we will be more masterful at releasing the negative patterns, because divine consciousness is always saying to us, "As you wish." So if we are thinking negative thoughts and we believe that reaching that island, that landmark, that goal is impossible, divine consciousness is going to say, "As you wish." So we have to remember the power that we have to create, as Sedna teaches us, positive life stories. Use our words, use our thoughts, use our beliefs to create the highest vibration and align our thoughts, our beliefs, and our actions with our highest happiness, purpose, and destiny. In the highest vibration of Pisces, it is that ideal spiritual vision, literally aligning with heaven on earth, to create heaven on earth. So this is what we are being asked to do with this Pisces full moon. Full moons are bringing things to completion. So identifying any of those addictions that we have that are negative, that are pulling us down, weighing us down, and making us feel like we're drowning in the abyss of the sea with no direction, or, feeling like things are an impossibility. They never are. We just have to tap into our ideal and remember that we are divine consciousness mini-me's. We have the power to create what it is that we want. Where this chart is concerned, we also have to look at Saturn conjunction with this full moon in Pisces. Saturn is retrograde at 3 degrees, conjunct the moon at 7 degrees of Pisces. And Saturn retrograde also turns that masterful eye and energy within. Retrograde means retrospect, reflecting upon, turning within rather than looking to the energies outside of us. And Saturn, in its low vibe, is about karmic endings. It is about recognizing where we have completed a karmic cycle and we no longer need to repeat, because that's another retrograde word, repeating patterns. But with this full moon and retrograde Saturn, we can identify the patterns that no longer serve our alignment with divine will. Divine will for us is always going to be expanding our life, our growth, our consciousness into what is more joyful, more light-filled, more ideal for us and our own creative gifts and talents. So using Saturn's high vibe energy, we become the masters of these emotions. And also Saturn helps this Piscean energy to create those healthy boundaries and to say, I can no longer enable this pattern. I can no longer support you or be your crutch or the shoulder to lean upon where these addictions are concerned. You have got to hold yourself accountable. And we ourselves have to use Saturn's energy to hold ourselves accountable for where we continue to martyrize ourselves for the sake of others' emotions. And we also have to remember that we're balancing the Piscean energy with the sun in Virgo at 7 degrees. I touched upon this in a previous video, but I cannot help thinking of Virgo and Pisces as the Martha and Mary of the zodiac. Martha is busying herself, attending to all the details and taking care of business, basically, to get dinner on the table. And she's not happy with Mary, who is sitting at the foot of the master and taking in and absorbing all the wisdom. So both Martha and Mary play a very important role, and we need Virgo's wisdom and discernment. We need Virgo's energy of paying attention to details in the daily affairs of our life. But in all things, in all ways, we have to learn to balance these energies. So wherever we find ourselves being over analytical, that is another addiction that the Pisces full moon is asking us to release. Analysis paralysis, going round and round. Sometimes it is necessary to simply float in that ocean of consciousness until we have clear inspiration and clear direction to begin swimming in the right direction. And the high vibe of Virgo is also daily devotion. And when we blend that with a Pisces energy, our daily devotion needs to be reminding ourselves that we are literally mini creators. It is a responsibility and it holds a great weight. However, divine consciousness is always there, co-creating, supporting, and lending us a hand and reminding us that its response to us is always going to be as you wish. So releasing any and all negative thoughts, negative patterns, fears, shame, guilt, insecurity, feelings of unworthiness, or looking back at the past and believing that, allowing any past events to pollute the here and now. Those are the things that we need to allow the Piscean energy to wash away once and for all, so that we can have that clean slate, especially when the eclipses happen starting in mid-October, because the North Node in Aries wants us to be fresh and clean and ready for a new start altogether. When it comes to fear, I don't know who it was that originated this phrase, fear is merely false evidence appearing real. But I love that, believe that. There is a lot of truth in that statement. It also got me thinking about how the word devil is lived spelled backwards. So it got me thinking about how we can flip words, and if devil is lived spelled backwards, then all we have to do is focus on life, focus on growth, focus on what nourishes life in order to neutralize any devilish energies. And devil, in tarot, the devil is obsession or addictions, things that just keep coming round and round and rearing their ugly head again. So even if we take fear, for example, false evidence appearing real, if we turn that around, RAEF, well, it doesn't really create a word, but reclaim abundance, enthusiasm, and freedom. Reclaim, or fill in the blank, reclaim abundance, enjoyment, and freedom. However you want to turn fear around, these are just little tools that I am suggesting when you find yourself weighted down by fear, weighted down by an addiction, a behavior, or some negative thought that keeps rearing its ugly head. Turn it around and begin living again. Reclaim your abundance, your energy, and freedom. I want to share a little story as an example. This is something that happened relatively recently, but not like weeks or months ago. It pertains to dreams, which is very fitting for this Pisces full moon. So this was a lucid dream that I had. I knew exactly where I was, but I wasn't fully awake. And I literally saw this demonic face, and I heard a low growl. And instead of responding in fear, it totally amazed me what happened next. Mind you, this is all in the lucid dream state, but I literally felt this sacred fire rise up from every cell of my body, and it was like this fire rose and came through my eyes like lasers, and I looked at that demonic face and I said, I am soul. And I repeated that phrase 3 times, and I kid you not, as I said, I am soul, for the 3rd time, the vortex opened with sparks and flames, demon gone. And I share this story with you to remind you that every single one of us has this power to overcome what feels dark, to overcome fear, to overcome darkness, to overcome anything that shows up in our world to intimidate us. And it is true that when you work your light, it is going to attract the equal and opposite reaction of that energy, and you may find yourself in situations in your daily life or in the dream state when the other side is going to tempt you. It's going to say, are you really sure that you're not going to give in to fear? Are you really sure that you're done with guilt, done with unworthiness, done with whatever it is that you feel plagued by? When you decide that you are aligning with divine creator, divine consciousness, and you work that energy every single day, that's how we use Sun in Virgo in the most positive way. the daily devotion of aligning with our highest vibration of love and light and healing. When you decide that that's what you are aligning with, there is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing that can intimidate you to the degree that you would fall back into the fear, the shame, the guilt, the addictions, the unworthiness, whatever the low vibe of Pisces is for you. So this Saturn conjunction with the Pisces full moon is about mastering our spiritual connection to divine consciousness in the most powerful way. So that is all I have for you in this introduction. I'm going to segue into the affirmations and frequencies now, where the other aspects will be addressed. As always, I thank you for all the ways that you support this channel. Please write your favorite affirmation in the comments below, or share whatever you'd like to share. And I will see you next time. Until then, this is Jennifer, wishing you well. Sun, full moon, and Neptune for the Pisces full moon. I trust my sensitivity, intuition, and feelings to reveal hidden spiritual truths that likely defy external appearances. Sun, full moon, and Saturn for the conjunction and opposition. I am committed to mastering my own emotional sensitivities so that I can connect with life honestly without losing myself or giving up on life. Mercury, Jupiter, and Uranus for the trine. My personal perspective now aligns with universal wisdom and divine epiphanies, which keeps me on track in all my daily affairs. Mercury and Chiron for the quincunx. I consciously align my personal mind and perspective with all that feels nourishing and healing. Venus and Jupiter for the square. Opportunities for wealth and abundance of all types are growing and expanding exponentially for everyone's highest good. Mars and Saturn for the quincunx. I consciously align my energy and action with divine integrity and spiritual mastery, achieving more success than I ever dreamed possible. Mars, Pluto, and Sedna for the Grand Trine. I now celebrate the completion of major spiritual initiations, releasing everything from my past and transcending with triumph. Saturn and Sedna for the square. I now converge all timelines to align with divine timing, which ensures the highest outcome for everyone involved. Chiron and Mars for the conjunction of Chiron to the North Node. When I align with the divine, my I Am presence harmonizes body, mind, heart, and spirit, anchoring in complete and irrevocable healing.